As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Bob actually believes that he's the guy. 10 years ago, you weren't the guy because you couldn't handle the role.
If I'd been here for the past 10 years, Roman would have never been the guy.
I'm the big dog who runs this yard.
Massive egos, both men wanting to be the man. Bobby Lashley's had it up. It's gonna finally happen. Lashley and Reigns one-on-one.
Reigns and Lashley are intent on destroying one another.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Oh my God! She's cashing in! Alexa Bliss is Raw Women's Champion. At Extreme Rules, Nia Jax has her rematch for the Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss.
There's gonna be no more talk of the irresistible force. It's just about me.
Perhaps the most powerful force the women's division has ever seen.
An Extreme Rules match.
Anything goes. Oh my God, what is Ronda Rousey will be at ringside, watching from the front row.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Explain WWE Extreme Rules in 30 seconds. No problem.
So, like,
I'm thinking.
Crash! Ah!
I'm searching for the word.
And then you got the...
Has it been 30 seconds yet?
WWE Extreme Rules. There is no explanation, and there are no rules. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
I did the unthinkable.
what is that? What? It's Ellsworth!
I beat Asuka.
James Ellsworth is back!
When it comes to Asuka and I,
There is absolutely no respect.
Carmella needed James Ellsworth to maintain her hold on the championship.
A score to be settled.
Asuka is angry.
Mella is money. Carmella will have to face Asuka again. Extreme Rules for the championship.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Bob actually believes that he's the guy. 10 years ago, you weren't the guy because you couldn't handle the role.
If I'd been here for the past 10 years, Roman would have never been the guy.
I'm the big dog who runs this yard.
Massive egos, both men wanting to be the man. Bobby Lashley's had it up. It's gonna finally happen. Lashley and Reigns one-on-one.
Reigns and Lashley are intent on destroying one another.
As always, WWE Network is free for new. And now, WWE Network presents WWE Extreme Rules Kickoff.
WWE Universe, we're coming to you live from the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, PA. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown Live all
all here in the name of Extreme to battle for supremacy. With championships in the balance, a shark cage, Iron Men in the building, a rowdy crowd, and tonight we turn up the heat with the return of Team Hell No. This is the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show. Welcome, everybody. It's so excited to be here. I'm your host tonight, Renee Young. We're going to be breaking down all things to do with Extreme Rules, but of course I'm not doing this by myself, so please welcome to the panel. He's a WWE superstar. He's a lawyer. He's just really got it going on. A great shoe game. David Otunga.
Great shoe game. I love how you always put over my shoes. Here.
Because they're no joke.
Shoe story for you. Watch out there, Sam. I mean, who else can pair these Nike Air Force 270s?
Shoe story?
Shoe story. You got that.
I like that.
I like those.
Got WWE Hall of Famer Booker T.
In the house, baby. Extreme Rules. I'm here with my people. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are right there. Yeah. Here they are.
I love nothing more than a show where Booker is feeling himself. And we've also got joining us from SiriusXM from Jim and Sam show, the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts.
That's an easy one to follow.
Stand up, see your reaction. Come on.
I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here for a show like this. There's so much action. There's a 6-man tables match on the kickoff show. That's how much action there is.
We're here for
Extreme
Extreme.
Rules.
That's what we're here to do. We're
That's
talking
right.
all things Extreme, and we are not messing around here today. Not at all.
No plan, no jiving, just business.
Just business. And speaking of business, we've got a special start time tonight of 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We've also got superstars from Raw and SmackDown, both culminating under one roof because all of our pay-per-views are co-branded. And here's what you guys got to do. Head on over to WWENetwork.com, sign up because Extreme Rules is absolutely free to all new subscribers. And looking at this rundown here tonight, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line. As I said, the return of Team Hell No taking on the Bludgeon Brothers.
As well as, guys, tonight we find out as Bobby Lashley is back in the WWE to dominate as he faces the big dog, Roman Reigns.
If it's always Rusev Day, is today Rusev Day? We find out when Rusev gets a shot at the WWE Championship against the champ, AJ Styles.
And then Kevin Owens has been trying to escape Braun Strowman for weeks, but to no avail, as he even got pushed off the stage on Raw inside a porta potty. Tonight, KO will be locked inside a steel cage with the Monster Among Men.
And the Raw Women's Championship will be defended in an Extreme Rules match. Alexa Bliss puts it all on the line against Nia Jax, but do not forget, Ronda Rousey has purchased a front row ticket to watch this match.
Guys, I love this one. Sell it the old-fashioned way. 30-minute Iron Man match. An Iron Man classic, I say. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Seth Rollins taking on Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre in tow. Oh, my God.
It doesn't stop. Is Shinsuke Nakamura's new attitude going to pay off? He gets a shot at the United States Championship tonight against Jeff Hardy.
Now, back at Money in the Bank, James Ellsworth interfered and helped Carmella retain the SmackDown Women's Championship tonight. Asuka will get a rematch, but this time, Carmella's chinsurance policy will be hanging above the ring inside a shark cage.
Wow.
See what I did there?
That's the second pun tonight.
And Finn Balor's going to be taking on Stephanie McMahon's appointed and approved constable of Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin.
Raw Tag Team Championship match, guys. The Deleters of Worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt take on the B team that tonight can become the A team.
How big do these nights feel? Like we said, of having everybody here, but all you guys got to do, head on over to WWENetwork.com, sign up, because Extreme Rules, like I said, is absolutely free to all new subscribers to the WWE Network. But as I was saying, I mean, it just feels so gigantic being in here. You've got superstars from Raw and SmackDown all here tonight, ready to battle it out. Championships on the line, the Iron Man match, in this WWE Championship match.
You know, there's one match I've been thinking about all day, man, and that's AJ Styles and Rusev. Tonight, will it be Rusev Day? That's the question.
Well, Renee, you've been out here in front of all these crowds before every pay-per-view over the last several months, and what's the chant that we keep hearing from these fans?
Rusev Day.
Rusev Day. Tonight, the WWE Universe gets what they've wanted for, what they've been asking for, and we find out if Rusev can handle it. And he walk home with the championship.
Also, can we just point out the fact that Rusev legit has his own day in Knox, Tennessee? It became official Rusev Day. Did you guys see that?
So Rusev Day is now a thing.
It's official in Knox, Tennessee.
Hey, man, timing is everything, and I think tonight might be Rusev's night.
Tonight could be it, but we're going to find out here tonight in Pittsburgh. But this is not it here for us on our broadcast team. We're going to head on backstage to our own Charlie Caruso. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Renee, thank you so much. What a couple of days it's been. I turned 31 yesterday. Tonight, the one night of the year where WWE gets extreme. I really, truthfully, could not ask for a better weekend. But first things first, we do have some breaking news here in WWE. Hulk Hogan has been reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. He's backstage, he's mixing, he's mingling with everybody, all the superstars and the entire WWE Universe. Excited to have the Hulkster back in the family. But we also want to talk about tonight, Extreme Rules. Now, on the Raw side of things, all the superstars admitting that they are going to be glued to the monitors for one specific match. That is the match that's going down between Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. All of the guys, they're anxiously awaiting to see exactly who of these two is going to emerge as the alpha male on Raw. Now, over on the SmackDown Live side of things, the superstars admit they're also going to be glued to the monitors, but not necessarily to witness any tension. Everybody, and I mean everybody, excited to see the reunion of Team Hell No as they compete for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships against the Bludgeon Brothers. Now, I do want to mention something a little disturbing, and I'm not talking about Kane. Guys, it's James Ellsworth. He walked in the building. He winked at me. I was disgusted. The guy's walking around like he owns the place, but enough about James Ellsworth. We want to talk about the match that's also going down tonight between Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura joining the kickoff panel in just a bit, and he wants to take all the WWE Universe's questions. So, guys, I know you're already all on social media as it is, so use that hashtag AskShin, and he is going to be answering all of your questions in just a bit. Renee, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Now, in some pretty unfortunate circumstances for one, Kevin Owens, tonight here in Steel City, he's gonna find himself locked inside a steel cage with Mr. Monster in the Bank. Braun Strowman, not sure how that's gonna pan out for him tonight, but to help us break down a little bit of that as we look forward to more here tonight on Extreme Rules, please welcome on Finn Balor.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We've got lots to discuss here, but is there any way that Kevin Owens is going to make it out of this steel cage tonight against Braun Strowman?
I don't know. I've been in the ring with both men. Braun, he's one of the fiercest competitors I've ever been in there with, so I don't envy Kevin tonight.
It's such a scary situation to be able to have to get outside of that steel cage or pinfall or submission. I just don't see that happening for Kevin Owens tonight.
It seems like Kevin Owens made a mistake when he tried to befriend Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is the type of guy that you don't want taking an interest in you. You don't want him to be a friend. You don't want him to be an enemy. You don't want him to know you exist.
You know what I say about Braun? No bread, no water, just meat. You feel me?
Terrible.
Low carb, straight to. I mean, I think that the strategy is simple here tonight. KO knows exactly what he needs to do, and that is, as soon as the door closes, he's got to get away from Braun and get out of that cage as soon as possible. Yeah, don't try to go for a pinfall or submission. Run as fast as you can.
Maybe he can get in a word with Constable Baron Corbin and see if he can try to finagle his way to something. Kevin Owens seems to be pretty good at that. But of course, speaking of Constable Baron Corbin, tonight, Finn, you're going to be facing him one-on-one. What's your reaction to A, his singing voice, and B, this vest?
Well, first, you know, I think my singing would be just as bad as his if I'd done all my ring gear shopping at Macy's. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see Baron Corbin on American Idol anytime soon.
Hey, ask me what I think about Baron Corbin.
But Booker, what do you think about Baron Corbin?
He's a big guy.
Big guy.
He's a strong guy. Hey, this guy, he's almost 100 pounds heavier. This guy's 6'8" tall. How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to combat that size difference?
Booker, you've known me a long time, right?
Yeah.
I've been in this game a long time. I've been dealing with guys like Baron Corbin my whole life. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You know, I'm all for nature. I'm all about sustaining the environment, but this is one big tree that's going to have to come down.
Woo! Just chop
away.
Chop on him. Sooner or later, he's going to fall.
You know,
I like that.
The name Constable is associated with Baron Corbin now, and that's a name that Stephanie McMahon herself gave him. I know that you fight for truth and justice, Finn Balor, and do you think that this is an enemy worth having? It seems like being enemies with Baron Corbin at this moment in his career may not be the smartest thing for any superstar.
Listen, Sam, I see where you're going with this, but in this business, you got to make enemies to get where you want to be.
There it is.
That's it.
It's a powerful enemy.
And, you know, if Stephanie being my enemy means I get back in the title picture for the Universal Championship, well, Stephanie's my enemy.
Wow, bold words from Finn Balor. Well, Finn, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Best of luck. I would take their predictions, but I feel like that's weird to do in front of you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to.
Feels a little odd. All right. Well, Finn, best of luck tonight.
Thanks,
looking
guys.
forward to
Thank
it.
you.
Well, we've got lots more to come here. Still tonight on the kickoff show, we've got Sanity looking to continue their destruction of New Day in a tables match. And our other Extreme Rules kickoff show match is going to see Andrade Cien Almas squaring off against Sin Cara. That's all still here to come tonight on the kickoff show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show, and what better place to be emanating from than Steel City? All members of the WWE Universe are making their way inside, out of that blazing summer heat, and speaking of hot, the Princess of Staten Island, set to defend her coveted prize championship against the legend known as Asuka. But tonight, Carmella goes at it solo because Ellsworth is going to be watching from inside a shark cage. This is going to really just take care of the Ellsworth factor here, which seems to continually be the issue here ever since he re-emerged at Money in the Bank. So where does that leave Carmella tonight, guys?
You know, I don't know because I've never been in a ring, but I do know a little bit about physics. And the only thing I worry about with Ellsworth is that cage.
You look like you know about physics.
I do know about physics.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, I don't know. I think that's a compliment. But Ellsworth's face allows himself to slide between those bars. There's no chin to stop him from getting through.
You know,
That's
I
a good point.
don't think it's Ellsworth we need to worry about. I mean, it's Carmella. I mean, she is resourceful. She has found a way to hold on to that title, and that right there is the most important thing.
Well, this is going to be a real test for her. I mean, because this is her and Asuka, no Ellsworth.
Nope.
I think we got to go Asuka
Got to
for this
go
tonight.
at it. Well, guys, we now actually have to head on down to ringside because it is time for our very first matchup here tonight on the kickoff show. We're going to head on down to our SmackDown announce team, Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton.
Oh, thank you very much, Renee. You know, personally, I can't wait to see Ellsworth hanging above the ring. The shark cage is above the ring here in Pittsburgh. That's going to be so much fun to see Ellsworth locked inside the cage.
I could not disagree anymore. I think it's rude and disrespectful you would talk that way about a super athlete like James Ellsworth.
Well, that is later on tonight on the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but let's get started with the first action, the Extreme Rules kickoff.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mexico City, weighing in at 198 pounds, Sin Cara!
What a way to kick off the action here on the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show. Some high-flying lucha libre action as the WWE Universe continues to file in.
And a second chance at some broken friendship retribution for Sin Cara here tonight.
A capacity crowd expected on hand here tonight at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. And WWE Extreme Rules is presented by Tap Out, available at Aeropostale and tapout.com.
And his opponent, accompanied by Zelina Vega, from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing 215 pounds, Andrade Cien Almas.
Talk about a pairing that has burst onto the scene on SmackDown Live and taken the entire roster by storm. Andrade Cien Almas alongside Zelina Vega are as legit as they come.
And Byron also taking Sin Cara by storm because Andrade Cien Almas has a long-standing friendship with Sin Cara, but apparently when Almas and Vega came here to SmackDown Live, that friendship went away.
Yeah, there was a time where
you know, as Sin Cara put it, almost he was a lot more humble, always picking the brains of Sin Cara, looking for advice. And as you said, Zelina Vega came into the scene and essentially has taken over the course of his career and severed that friendship in the process.
Well, the fact of the matter is that the student has surpassed the teacher in ability. Andrade Cien Almas believes he is the future of WWE. This isn't some schlub that works at Rudy's Subs in Plumboro. This is a legitimate, genuine athlete who's got a bright future.
It was about a month ago that Sin Cara was discussing his history with Andrade Cien Almas when Zelina Vega interrupted. Almas would jump Sin Cara from behind. Almas would miss about a month of action with a right elbow injury. Was reinstated at competition this past week on SmackDown. So a rematch here between Almas and Sin Cara. At about 44 minutes until the Extreme Rules pay-per-view goes live on the WWE Network. And let's see how Sin Cara and Almas set the pace here.
Well, if their last match on SmackDown was any indication, Almas has unleashed something inside of Sin Cara we haven't seen in some time.
Sin Cara trying to pick up some speed, and there goes Almas to the outside.
Sin Cara looking for the second attempt here. Got Almas in his sights.
And Sin Cara through the ropes, but tossed into the barricade, and the injured right elbow of Sin Cara from last month got re-aggravated.
Great wherewithal from Almas, being able to sidestep Sin Cara, send the luchador crashing into the barricade. Totally changed the complexion of this match in the early going.
One more look here, Sin Cara through the ropes, and Almas just boom, right there with the right elbow. Vega was loving it, and now Almas has got a bullseye on Sin Cara.
That's the last thing you need if you're Sin Cara. I mean, you know how much emotionally this matchup and this rivalry means to Sin Cara.
Well, that's the problem. That gives Almas the advantage. This is just business for Cien. There's no personal relationships he's concerned about. He's concerned with being the absolute best and making Zelina Vega happy in the process.
But Graves, isn't there something to respecting those who came before you, those who helped you from day one to where you are now?
Listen, Sin Cara never takes off that ridiculous mask. For all we know, this could be a different guy that Almas knew back then.
Don't even start.
Now, caught up in the ropes, and Almas showing his viciousness. Collapses into a cover hook to the leg and a kick out by Sin Cara.
I think all that respect those that came before you is completely overrated. Just because someone was around before you doesn't mean you can't do it better.
Yeah, part of that's also called being ungrateful to someone who helped you out, Corey.
Almas believes he is the future of SmackDown Live.
Oh, man.
The back elbow there to Sin Cara goes outside the ring. And now Almas.
Tranquilo, Phillips.
Vega and Almas hanging out in control against Sin Cara. The Extreme Rules kickoff show continues here on the WWE Network.
Bob actually believes that he's the guy. 10 years ago, you weren't the guy because you couldn't handle the role.
If I'd been here for the past 10 years, Roman would have never been the guy.
I'm the big dog who runs this yard.
Massive egos, both men wanting to be the man. Bobby Lashley's had it up. It's gonna finally happen. Lashley and Reigns one-on-one.
Reigns and Lashley are intent on destroying one another.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
A heavyweight bout worthy of the Steel City, kind of like the Steelers and the Ravens locking up here in Pittsburgh between Lashley and Reigns later tonight.
It's just a look at the incredible skill set that Andrade Cien Almas brings to the equation here. No matter what you think about his attitude, exceptional in-ring IQ from that man.
Sin Cara in a lot of trouble right now, almost just grinding at the shoulder of Sin Cara, trying to keep the luchador down.
Sin Cara's got a lot of pride in who he is, his heritage. Can he somehow carry that to a victory here tonight?
Now Sin Cara trying to get back up to his feet and almost missed in the corner. Face first into the top turnbuckle. A capacity crowd expected on him here at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view event. Live from Pittsburgh. These two duking it out.
Sin Cara starting to get the edge here.
Now Sin Cara, can he pick up the speed? Wow. And there's a crossbody.
This is the pace you want if you're Sin Cara.
Oh, the moonsault from the middle rope.
But don't underestimate the lucha libre ability of Andrade Cien Almas. Very well versed in the skill set on his own.
Now Sin Cara, caught up by Sin Cara. Collapses into another cover and a kick out.
Sin Cara just spiked Almas. I can't believe Sin Cara didn't pick up the victory with that one.
Oh, Zelina a moment ago, I think she's getting a little nervous.
You can't discount the fact that Zelina Vega is always present around Andrade Cien Almas, shouting instructions and motivation to her man.
Bam! Big move there by Sin Cara, but unable to put away Andrade Cien Almas.
Almas blocking a suplex attempt. Sin Cara still trying to soften him up.
Now Almas able to counter, backs into the corner, boot right on the jaw. Almas going up to the turnbuckle here. Oh, and an enziguri.
Sin Cara has an answer.
Precarious position for Andrade to be stuck in. Can Sin Cara capitalize?
Oh!
My gosh.
And Vega trying to shout instructions from the outside, but Almas in a very bad way here.
Meanwhile, Sin Cara just filleting Almas' chest with those knife-edge chops.
Now Sin Cara going up top here with Andrade Cien Almas. Almas shots here to the midsection, trying to slow down Sin Cara.
Oh, no!
They caught in the ropes.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Sin Cara teetering, this is bad. Uh-oh.
Sin Cara able to escape, and Almas back first into the apron. I'd seen Cara dodge a catastrophe there.
Zelina Vega is beside herself on the outside, trying to motivate Almas to get back into this battle. Sin Cara perched up top.
Almas on the apron. Oh my God! And both men down on the outside. And Graves, I don't know who got the better of that exchange.
Like a full-speed car crash. Sin Cara able to get to his feet first.
Yeah, immediately getting Almas back in the ring. Sin Cara up top, trying to put this thing away.
Frog splash! Up the cover! Oh, and Vega in the face of the official. Almas, a drop kick by Almas.
You hear Vega chanting for the knees. Here we go.
Boom! Andrade Cien Almas.
Buenas noches, Sin Cara.
Full momentum, full speed, and the hammerlock DDT. Cover. And Almas bests Sin Cara once again.
Here is your winner, Andrade Cien Almas.
Well, Corey, you said it earlier. Whenever you see Andrade Cien Almas, you always see Zelina Vega, and we just saw a prime example of why.
Zelina Vega doing her best to protect her investment. The time, the thought she's put into helping Cien become the star.
Well, Sin Cara was on a roll here in full control, seemed to be on the verge of putting away Andrade Cien Almas, connecting with the frog splash and insert Zelina Vega.
And Vega got the official's attention. Sin Cara was trying to get Vega out of the way, and it was Almas who had capitalized on the distraction. Vega called for it. Almas, bam, delivered hard in the corner.
Like 100 miles an hour, both knees right to the face, and then boom, hammerlock DDT. Thanks for coming, Sin Cara.
Andrade Cien Almas able to knock off his once friend Sin Cara again to get things started here on the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show.
Andrade Cien Almas is picking up some serious steam here in WWE. Looking good.
In case of the student outwitting the teacher here tonight, guys.
Look, he's tranquilo. I'm tranquilo. We're all tranquilo. That's how you win. You're tranquilo. Tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
That's different. It's different.
All right, all right. Well, tonight we've got some stacked matches happening. This one, talking about the Star-Spangled U.S. Championship being up for grabs. The King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, will take on a man who lives and breathes extreme, Jeff Hardy. Now, we asked for you guys to send in some questions using the hashtag AskShin. You guys sent in some of your Twitter questions, and now we are going to get to talk to the artist one-on-one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke, how are you doing today? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me, Shin? I don't know if you can. Shinsuke, do you hear me okay?
Somebody check his mic.
All right, well, I'm going to get into a question about Jeff Hardy. I mean, his offense comes from all different angles. How dangerous does that make him in the ring with you tonight, Shin? Can you hear me okay, Shinsuke?
Yes, go ahead.
I asked about Jeff Hardy's offense. It comes from all angles, making him very dangerous tonight. How do you plan on countering that?
Bad connection.
Shinsuke, the WWE Universe, they want to know, after coming off your heated rivalry with AJ Styles, how important is your U.S. title win tonight?
You're a clown like Jeff Hardy.
I mean, Shinsuke, he is a clown, but I just want to know how important it is for you to capture that championship tonight. This Booker T, WWE Hall of Famer, 6-time world champ.
Thank you.
What did you say? One artist to another. I respect Jeff Hardy. But tonight, I will take away his canvas. I will take away his paint. And I will take away his style.
Shinsuke, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and best of luck tonight in your United States Championship matchup against Jeff Hardy.
I don't think he can hear us.
He can never hear me. No. I got to get Funaki out here with me.
No, I think he can hear you.
We had a bad connection.
I think he just didn't want to answer. I think he's got his own strategy. He doesn't want to give anything away.
If he couldn't hear us, then why did he say I was a clown?
He heard you.
Well,
he heard me as well.
I know.
We didn't say he couldn't see you.
Been going back and forth with Shin about this for some time. But in all seriousness, this could be match of the night. These two going one-on-one for the United States Championship could steal the show tonight.
This is a dream match, guys. This is a match right here that actually, like you say, can come out here and steal the show. This is the main event anywhere in the world. Jeff Hardy got to show up tonight because Shinsuke, he has a whole lot to prove. It's coming up that match with AJ. He has a whole lot to prove tonight.
Lots to prove. You know who else kind of has a little bit on the line here tonight? Team Hell No. They are back in action. They are reformed. Everybody is feeling the love for Team Hell No, except for the Bludgeon Brothers. They're going to be going on tonight for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. What's been the reaction to the resurgence of Team Hell No with the people?
I mean, it's been an amazing time for the WWE Universe and the relationship that we have with Daniel Bryan. I think a lot of us were worried that we would never see him back in the WWE ring in general. So the fact that not only do we have him back, but now Team Hell No, nobody expected Kane to make his return on SmackDown, especially to team with Daniel Bryan. Everybody's very excited that I've read on Twitter that's been coming at me. People are very excited that Team Hell No is back.
Oh, who do you guys think is going to walk away tonight with the blue brand tandem titles there?
You first.
You know, I got to go with Team Hell No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unexpected. I don't know if the Bludgeon Brothers are going to be ready for this. They finally met their match.
It's possible, but did you see the way the Bludgeon Brothers won those titles? Did you see the performances that they've had since they've won those titles?
Yeah.
Team Hell No's Cinderella story could come crashing down.
I agree totally. I mean, the Bludgeon Brothers right now, I mean, they're in total control. Everybody know about Daniel Bryan. Everybody know about his past histories, his injuries and whatnot. Bludgeon Brothers right now is going to be a bullseye on Daniel Bryan. And the Team Hell No could be Team Good God Almighty after the night.
How about Kane being a big fan of NSYNC? Who saw that one coming, huh?
That's amazing.
Joey Fatone got on a tweet out there. He's supporting it.
It's almost as good as him quoting LFO and Summer Girls.
Unbelievable. We've got lots more still to come here tonight on the kickoff show, and we want to give a very special thanks to Dead Sarah for Heaven's Got a Back Door, the official theme of WWE Extreme Rules. It's available now on iTunes and Spotify. Now, yesterday afternoon, hometown boy and Raw's general manager Kurt Angle got to throw out the first pitch for the game one of the first doubleheader of the Pirates-Brewers game. Let's take a look.
Well, it's a huge honor to be able to throw the first pitch at the Pirates game because I've been a fan my whole life. For me, I've done it many other times, but every time it seems like the first time.
Throwing a heater out there, hey, Buck?
Looked pretty good.
You know, it was a pretty good shot. It was pretty good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say quit your day job.
Olympian, he knows what he's doing. Well, the clock is ticking down here in the City of Champions, and we're setting the stage for all that has come at Extreme Rules. And in a match with the ruthless Extreme Rules stipulation, Alexa Bliss will put it all, body and Raw Women's Championship, on the line against Nia Jax. All with Ronda Rousey promising to be watching from the front row, and since the heartache that Rousey and Jax suffered at Money in the Bank, things might not be coming up Bliss.
Of course, this is Ronda Rousey's first championship opportunity.
And we are going to find out how ready Ronda Rousey is tonight. Nia Jax grabs the most powerful force the women's division has ever seen. Oh my God! Ronda moved out of the way and may have her opening.
It's a Hail Mary.
Going for the arm bar.
Ronda is prying at the champion's arm.
Ronda, a fingertip away. Wait a minute! Alexa Bliss, the match is over. Alexa Bliss earlier tonight won the Money in the Bank contract. Now with the briefcase in hand, she's assaulting Rousey and the champion. She's cashing in. Alexa Bliss is champion.
Not only is Nia Jax gonna be furious, but Ronda Rousey just got screwed out of a chance at that title right there.
Last night, I showed what it looks like to beat a bully in Nia Jax and someone who is just as much of a bully, Ronda Rousey.
Well, there she is, the baddest woman on the planet.
Did you come out here to show me all the bruises and welts that I left all over your body? Still hurts, doesn't it? And if you ever want a championship opportunity, you better get in the back of the line, you overhyped rookie.
Oh, and Rousey takes down Bliss. Wait a minute. And Rousey took out the general manager.
Ronda Rousey has completely gone berserk. This is inexcusable.
Oh my God! Bliss to a table! Rousey put Bliss to a table!
I'm sorry. You're gonna be suspended for 30 days. You might even ruin your chance of ever being the Raw Women's Champion.
He can suspend me for 30 days, but save your good luck wishes for Alexa Bliss. Because after these 30 days, I don't care if she's champion or not, I'm gonna be back here kicking her pink-haired ass.
The fact of the matter is, I'm the one who's standing here tonight. Ronda's suspended for 30 days, bye-bye. And I'm here as your Raw Women's Champion.
Alexa, I was with Kurt Angle backstage, and he just informed me that our Raw Women's Championship match will be an Extreme Rules match.
Rules go out the window. You can do anything you want.
Even though I'm suspended from Raw, I'm not suspended from Extreme Rules. I'm gonna be buying a ticket. It's gonna be a front row ticket.
This needs to end. And at Extreme Rules, it will.
Here's the cover, and Nia Jax in the toe. Wait a minute! Bliss with a kendo stick.
This Sunday, perfectly legal.
Alexa will try anything to try to wear me down, but it won't work. She cannot break me. but I can break her.
Oh my God!
All right, guys, the big factor here is that Ronda Rousey is going to be here in the building. She's been suspended from Monday Night Raw, but she is not suspended from Extreme Rules. How much is that going to change this matchup, and what's she going to do?
I mean, it could change everything, right? It's Extreme Rules. That means she can get involved all she wants, which means theoretically she could almost pick her opponent if she's the next in line for a championship match.
You know, if Ronda's smart, she'll come here, she'll scout this match, finish these 30 days out, get back to work, get back to business. But let's go to Alexa Bliss, man. She's proved that she's willing to get down and dirty, whatever the situation may be. That was a perfect opportunity to cash in, and hey, I would have did the same thing.
Right, but now she has a target on her back.
Hey, brothers. Hey, listen, I hear you talking about the Women's Championship match. That's going to be awesome. Rousey's in the building. We're all excited, but now I'm here. How's everybody doing?
Great, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, that match is going to be great, but I feel like if you check the pulse of the nation, they want to see the premier champion on Monday Night Raw. That's me. Don't you guys think so?
Yeah, I agree.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. You know what? Let's talk about the resurgence of Dolph Ziggler. I mean, since you've been back on Raw, man, it's like you're a new man.
Yeah, I feel like every couple days I feel like a new man. Book, it's good to see you for one. Good to see you back here at the announce desk. Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Good to see you. Listen, more importantly, I'm so good at this. It's funny, and sometimes you get little opportunities and sometimes you don't. I've made a career out of tiny opportunities, turning them on their heads. Seth Rollins, a fighting champion, put everything on the line, always put that title up. And sometimes when you're an opportunist like myself that tends to get a negative connotation, you win. And I'm the champion. So it's pretty cool, right?
What about the fan support that Seth Rollins has now? I mean, the WWE Universe is solidly behind that guy. You know what it's like to have that kind of fan support.
Sure, and I know how fast they'll turn on you also. I've been there 3 or 4 times. That's great to have them in your corner. This crowd is the 11th man, the 12th man in a football game. This is amazing, the buzz behind it, and the fast as they get behind you is as fast as they will turn their backs on you.
True.
So if you're fighting for them, long term, bad idea. You're fighting for yourself, integrity, this title, and what it means. Fantastic. And by the way, I got this big psycho watching my back who, by the way, I know Seth Rollins is a great competitor, but didn't he just lose recently on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, I think, who was that against again?
I figured this giant psychopath that
I
will
remember
never look
our
back
illustrious
ever again.
general manager, Kurt Angle, tried to prevent me even being here tonight. Remember, he put a stipulation on myself versus Seth Rollins that if I didn't win, I couldn't come out here and support Dolph Ziggler.
Typical WWE management.
And who won in the main event of Raw? Drew McIntyre, and thankfully, I'm here for the best seat in the house for the best match on the show.
Is that it? I mean, I just have to know this. Does Drew factor into your strategy at all tonight?
Yeah, because much like I said, the fans and the WWE Universe have Seth Rollins' back, and that's amazing. He's in my corner in real life. Not here when they all go home to themselves and don't give a damn about Seth Rollins. He's here in real life, having my back for the first time, unlike anyone in this business has ever had. So you take the best superstar of all time, you finally have a giant psychopath watching his back. I may never lose again. I'll go 5,000-0. I'm not tired of winning yet.
Question, are you still all about stealing the whole show?
Nope. I'm about being a winner and winning and proving myself every night. I don't give a damn about stealing the show, Book.
You're my guy. You're back in my top 5.
That means a lot to some other people, and I mean that. Good to see you, Book. Good to see everybody. Renee, doing a great job out here.
Thank you so much.
Right here, main event of the show, no matter what spot we're in.
Boom.
We're the best. Take it easy, brothers.
All right, well, hard to say anything out of the confidence of Dolph Ziggler here. I mean, I think this will easily be a contender for show match of the night as well.
I like his new role.
I'm into it too.
Confidence.
All right, guys, who's walking out Intercontinental Champion tonight? Real quick.
He's going to have to win a lot to walk out with that championship. It's an Iron Man.
If I had that heater with me, I'm walking out every night, champ.
I got to go Rollins, Camp CrossFit.
You know what I'm going for right now? The tables! We are heading back down to ringside with the SmackDown announce team.
Well, thank you, Renee. And you hit the nail right on the head. It is time for the tables because for the first time tonight here in Pittsburgh, we are about to get extreme, and Byron, extreme with positivity as well.
Positively extreme. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I'm conflicted, man.
Oh, Steel City! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous four-time champs and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
But I'll tell you one thing, that is the sound of euphoria from my soul. Yeah.
As a resident of the city of Pittsburgh, I can honestly say we have no interest in these terrible pancakes that the New Day are peddling. We've got Pamela's, we've got legitimate places. We don't want this dime store nonsense.
The reaction is defying your logic there, Corey.
The following contest is a tables match. First, making their way to the ring, the New Day.
Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods ready for this tables match. Remember, there are no countouts, no disqualifications, no pinfalls or submissions. The only way to win is to put one member of the opposing team through a table. And WWE Extreme Rules is presented by Tap Out, available at Aeropostale and tapout.com. Oh no, Graves, people here in Pittsburgh seem to love these pancakes. They seem to love the New Day.
You could stand to learn a thing or two about your city.
I know right now our city's about to experience a purge courtesy of Sanity.
It was during the first ever 3rd of July pancake eating contest a few weeks ago that the New Day was jumped by Sanity. Killian Dane, Eric Young, and Alexander Wolf would then put Xavier Woods through a table in the process, thus prompting our general manager to make this matchup.
Well, Sanity certainly made no secret about it. They arrived on SmackDown Live to turn the roster upside down and have done exactly that in short order.
Yeah, to your point, Corey, I don't know that it's something personal that Sanity has against the New Day as much as it is about just destabilizing the system, causing as much madness as they possibly can here in WWE.
New Day could just be collateral damage on Sanity's mission.
Our general manager, Paige, she's tried to offer up a lot of great competition in the tag team division. We know Team Hell No Reunited will face the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team titles later on tonight, but now you throw Sanity into the mix here with the New Day in a tables match.
Just notice how the demeanor of the entire New Day changed.
And here we go, all 6 of these superstars going at it just right after the bell. And there goes Wolf outside the ring.
Pandemonium here in the opening moments of this 6-man tables match. There goes Eric Young to the outside.
Remember, the rules are simple. You got to put an opposing member of the team through a table to capture a victory.
Just one member of the opposing team. Killian Dane just got sent into the steel stairs courtesy of Big E, and now the New Day's going for a table.
Look at this, Big E taking the 300-plus pound Killian Dane right into the steel ring stairs, and now New Day wasting no time, setting up a table, looking to end this early.
This is something Xavier Woods talked about. He said people, like Sanity, maybe think, you know, we're pushovers. We're all about having a good time, but we can match them in that intensity, in that chaos.
The problem is, Saxton, Sanity are having a great time right now. Whether they're getting punched in the face or punching faces, these guys exist to create chaos.
Now Big E caught in the middle of the ring in a 2-on-1 situation. Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. Capacity crowd still expected on hand here in Pittsburgh. And coming up at 7 Eastern, at 4 Pacific, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view goes live on the WWE Network.
Young. Oh no! Miscommunication. Young just tagged Wolf.
Young call.
Close call.
On, nearly could.
Wait a minute. Run away, Big E.
This could be it. And Big E hit with a pair of knees from the apron by Sanity.
That miscue almost cost Sanity this matchup.
Actually kind of saved Big E. He could have gone through that table.
That too.
Spinning neck breaker, now Young from the top with the elbow drop.
Right on target. The problem with a team like Sanity is they're so unorthodox, so unpredictable. They're almost impossible to plan for. You just kind of have to go with the flow and hope for the best.
Yeah, there's the maniacal mastermind of Sanity, Eric Young, leading the charge.
A master manipulator. Meanwhile, that nut job inside the ring, the dread of Dresden, Germany, Alexander Wolf. The Extreme Rules kickoff show rolls on here in Pittsburgh.
I did the unthinkable.
What is that? What? It's Ellsworth!
I beat Asuka.
James Ellsworth is back!
When it comes to Asuka and I,
there is absolutely no respect.
Carmella needed James Ellsworth to maintain her hold on the championship.
A score to be settled.
Asuka is angry.
Mella is money.
Carmella will have to face Asuka again at Extreme Rules for the championship.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
I can't wait to see James Ellsworth trapped in a shark cage suspended above the ring.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be real entertaining for you, Phillips.
Well, it is Extreme Rules, and we're kicking off with a tables match here. New Day could be in trouble. Sanity trying to put Big E through a table.
Big E hanging on for dear life. Here come Kofi and Woods to save the day.
And Wolf and Young outside the ring on the opposite side.
I think Woods and Kofi about to strike here. Watch out!
Hands up!
Suicide dives in stereo from the New Day.
Oh no. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. No. Killian Dane through the ropes.
That is a 300+ pound man in Killian Dane.
Kofi and Woods have to feel like they just been hit by a bulldozer.
The bane of Belfast, Northern Ireland, Killian Dane. Now tosses Kofi back inside. This is incredible athleticism from Dane.
I thought for a second that Woods and Kingston were going to have Dane isolated, but not quite.
No concept of caution at all for any member of Sanity. They're out here to create destruction and havoc.
Speaking of which,
Killian Dane and Eric Young both have tables in hand. Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications. No pinfalls or submissions. First team to put one member of the opposing team through a table wins the match.
I guess Young and Killian Dane trying to increase their odds here with two tables set up.
And 3 tables total if you count the one near side here. Now Killian Dane.
Wait, no.
Oh, you can't do this.
Oh my God, they're stacking tables on top of each other.
This might end Kofi's career.
Kofi and Wolf on the top of the turnbuckle. Wolf is trying to take Kofi off the turnbuckle. And Kofi trying to battle back, and there's Eric Young.
Oh, Big E just tearing Dane off of the ring apron.
Oh, what the? Oh, wow. The Uranagi backbreaker.
Guys, well, look out, up top.
Oh my God, you're right. Kofi Kingston caught up with both Young and Wolf.
We know Kofi possesses incredible balance, but this is still a very dangerous situation.
Wait a minute. Big E.
About to get dangerous for Sanity.
Big E and Xavier Woods. They've got Young and Wolf.
Oh, Kofi now back on his feet.
The double stop.
Good God.
Oh my gosh.
New Day pulling out all the stops.
That's how you up the ante in a chaotic environment.
This is what Extreme Rules is all about here tonight.
Look at the balance, the precision, footwork of Kofi Kingston driving both Wolf and Young backwards into the ring. New Day now with another opportunity to turn this thing around.
Now Big E tossing Young outside. Xavier Woods got some plans there. Kofi Kingston along the apron. And Eric Young is on top of one of the tables. Kofi could be looking to eliminate him right here.
Keep an eye out behind you.
Oh my God.
Here comes big Killian Dane.
Just ripping Kofi off the top. Oh, what a clothesline to Big E.
There aren't too many men on the roster that can flatten Big E with a single
No.
clothesline.
No.
Dane just drove Woods through Big E.
This Killian Dane
Forget about it.
What a difference maker Killian Dane has been.
Oh! And a boot there right across the bridge of the nose of Killian Dane, who staggered. Oh, trouble in paradise. And down goes Killian Dane outside the ring.
Kofi now surveying the damage, trying to figure out what options exist, if any.
Kofi was trying to launch himself. Here comes Wolf. Eric Young is still stuck on that table. And now Wolf.
Hoisting Woods up on his shoulders.
Oh, wait a minute. Wolf is, Young has moved rather. Wolf is tied up with Kofi.
That table's fair game for Wolf or Kingston.
Kofi doing his best to German suplex Wolf.
Oh, Kofi trying to take Wolf off of the apron here. Wolf doing a good job. Has got himself tied up in the ropes. Oh my God! Is he biting him? It looked like Wolf might have been biting Kofi through the table.
Here are your winners, Sanity!
And that will do it. Chaos reigns supreme on the Extreme Rules Kickoff Show.
Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Eric Young take out New Day. A big victory for Sanity here tonight in Pittsburgh.
Man, what a way to get us started for Extreme Rules. Poor Kofi Kingston.
What they call Extreme Rules.
100%.
That was extreme, all right. I say that.
Well, guys, I actually just got word moments ago that Ronda Rousey is here. She's in the building. She's in Pittsburgh. Ticket in hand, getting set for action tonight, of course, for that Extreme Rules match with Alexa Bliss taking on Nia Jax. And we have a special start time for Extreme Rules tonight, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got superstars from Raw and SmackDown all culminating under one roof for a co-branded pay-per-view. The only place you're going to be able to see Extreme Rules is on the WWE Network. Head on over to WWEnetwork.com. Sign up because Extreme Rules is absolutely free to all new subscribers to the WWE Network. What you're going to see with that tonight, these SmackDown Tag Team Championships will be on the line as Team Hell No reformed, good as new, taking on the Bludgeon Brothers.
Hey, the WWE Championship is going to be on the line, as well as AJ Styles takes on Rusev. It's going to be good.
And after weeks of trying to escape Braun Strowman, it's going to be tough for Kevin Owens when he meets the Monster Among Men in a steel cage.
And Alexa Bliss will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax in an Extreme Rules match, and Ronda Rousey will be present at ringside, sitting in the audience.
This could be match of the night in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. We see Seth Rollins try to regain the coveted title against Dolph Ziggler.
Guys, honest to honest, the United States Championship match is going to be live and in living color. Jeff Hardy takes on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Competing under the dainty feet of James Ellsworth, who will be up in a shark cage, Carmella is defending the SmackDown Championship against Asuka.
And in a rivalry that's been brewing for weeks, Finn Balor will take on Raw's Constable, Baron Corbin.
Guys, the leaders of worlds will be taking on the B-Team. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defends the championship tonight.
And we've also got Roman Reigns taking on Bobby Lashley. They have exceeded this match, even being personal tonight. They duke it out for Extreme Rules. Told you she was here. Ronda Rousey is in the building. She's going to be inflicting some damage tonight. She's got to be doing it here tonight, right?
Oh, I can't wait.
Ready for a good fight.
Looking good. Guys, all you have to do is head on over to WWEnetwork.com, sign up, start your 30-day free trial because you are going to be getting Extreme Rules absolutely free if you're a new subscriber to the WWE Network. What a night we are going to have here. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns. These two are going to tear each other apart.
I'm going to tell you, months ago, before he was back in WWE, Bobby Lashley was on my podcast, and he said he wanted to be back in WWE, and he wanted 2 matches. One was against Brock Lesnar, and the other was against Roman Reigns. Bobby Lashley's been thinking about this a long time.
Be careful what you wish for, because my man, Roman Reigns, is top billing. He is the top guy in this company. When you say the franchise Roman Reigns' picture is right up under it.
No, and that's exactly it. Right now, Roman Reigns is the guy and has been the guy for some time. Bobby Lashley wants to come back. He wants to be the guy. I respect it that he's trying to go through Roman Reigns. You know what they say? Well, what Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
You know, when I talked to Bobby Lashley, it's something he said too, that tonight they get to finally battle it out, and he respects that Roman Reigns is going to be here for the fight. But I said this is more than personal, and tonight between Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, we will finally find out whose yard Monday Night Raw truly is, and it's all going down right here tonight at Extreme Rules.
I should be the Universal Champion, but I'm not yet. And a lot of you doubted me. A lot of people lost faith in me. But the fact is, I will never lose faith in myself.
The Big Dog Hunts!
This is my yard. I'm the guy. Oh, you're the guy, huh?
Bobby Lashley!
One of the great athletes ever. A physical specimen second to none.
Roman, you don't have what it takes to finish the job.
Lashley, the new ECW champion. Lashley wins the United States Championship.
The Dominator, Bobby Lashley, an elite athlete.
So it's time for you to just move on, Roman.
Move on. Move on. Kind of like you did 10 years ago. Some of you may not know this, but about 10 years ago, Bob here was in the main event of WrestleMania.
Bobby Lashley, and what an ovation from the 80,000 plus.
And then what'd he do? He moved on. You left. You quit. Why? You wanted to be a big superstar in the MMA, and how'd that work out, huh? You made a real big impact.
Don't you try to downplay my background, Roman.
Bobby Lashley is a dangerous, dangerous human being.
Because I'm the only one here that has legit tools. And I'll prove that at Extreme Rules against you.
Two massive egos, both men wanting to run the show here on Monday Night Raw.
Both men demanded this match. The big dog, Roman Reigns, beats the powerhouse, Bobby Lashley. It's all about bragging rights at Extreme Rules.
Bobby Lashley, get your ass out here because I am calling you out.
I'm not coming to talk. I'm coming to tear you apart.
I don't like Bob.
I don't like you either.
And here we go! Reigns and Lashley! The ball's underway! It's about stepping up. It's about becoming the man. Lashley not backing down.
Reigns and Lashley are intent on destroying one another.
And Lashley again. Now Lashley and Reigns! And Reigns just knocked down, driven to the floor by Lashley.
Momentary order restored. Oh, wait a minute. Look out!
B-Team, you mendacious monkeys! Tonight,
explain WWE Extreme Rules in 30 seconds. No problem.
So, like,
I'm thinking.
Crash! Ah!
I'm searching for the word.
And then you got the...
Has it been 30 seconds yet? WWE Extreme Rules. There is no explanation, and there are no rules. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
I did the unthinkable.
what is that? What is Ellsworth?
I beat
Asuka.
James Ellsworth is back. When it comes to Asuka.